as LeBron gets ready for the pre-training camp, mini camp in Las Vegas this weekend that he has coordinated. LeBron's numbers over his 3 seasons in LA, guys, slightly declined year over year since joining the club in 2018, though 25, 8, and 8 are still incredible numbers. However, Lakers GM Rob Pelinka says that this year we'll see a lighter LeBron.
LeBron's been in working hard, working really early in the morning, and I think the thing that stands out is just his fitness level, and he slimmed up going into this stage of his career. He's made a decision to come back a little bit leaner, and I think that's going to translate in his explosiveness and quickness. But he's been very, very locked in with his training, and you just get a sense he has a confidence in his teammates.
I mean, that $1 million a year on his body, I guess, is paying off. I mean, that VersaClimber, by the way, that is no joke. If you want a good workout, get on that VersaClimber. But Clinton, I'll start with you. What would a slimmer LeBron mean for the Lakers?
Quickly, I just want to point out that Pelinka said he's been working out really early in the morning, but the video says evening workout, so I'm not really sure what the schedule is there. But I think that what it means for LeBron and the Lakers, I mean, the explosive is one thing, sure, but just from a simple matter of durability, I think that's what you're looking for in LeBron. Listen, I think LeBron James is the best basketball player in the history of planet Earth, but he's still getting up there in age, and he has played a lot of basketball games. Simply being able to get through the season, I think, is the priority for a team that's hoping to make a long playoff run. So, sure, the ins and outs of his game are one thing, but whether or not he can play 82 or whatever it might be under the load management situation they have, I think that's as important as anything from a game standpoint. I'm not expecting LeBron James' level of play to go down. The question is how much can he do it in one season, and that's what I think this is, a conditioning matter overall.
As usual, my guy Clinton is right on top of it. You look at the last 3 seasons, right? 2 of the last 3 years, LeBron's had a significant injury. That first year in LA, he had the groin injury on Christmas Day, set back the rest of his season. Last year, he had the high ankle sprain, set back the rest of that season, even into the playoffs, right? This, to me, is all about LeBron James going into year 19, trying to make it through a full 82-game season, to Clinton's point, and being there when the playoffs start in April to make another playoff run into June and to try to win that 5th title. We know LeBron wants to try to win another MVP. He's gone after that each of the past few years. I'm sure he'll try to do that again. But we know he wants to try to catch Cassidy's guy, Michael Jordan, and get those 6 NBA titles. He's got 4. He's trying to get a 5th one. And everything he could do to stay on the court, and like Clinton said, get through that 82-game season and get to the 16-game season that really matters, that's everything he's focused on every day.
And look, I think the Lakers are getting poked at and made fun of for their age, but I think part of the reason why they brought on experienced guys is to make sure that if LeBron needed to do some load management, they had some guys in there who knew what they were doing, who had the experience to win some games and get them through some stretches. So. One other note from Pelinka yesterday, the Lakers do plan to be fully vaccinated by opening night, but aren't yet. LA County does not have the same restrictions as San Francisco and New York as of right now, so LA players only have to follow NBA's health and safety protocols to be eligible to play, but we'll see how that develops, especially when traveling to cities like San Francisco and New York.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.